Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, whenever you are viewing this. Welcome to the 2021 Barbara B. Jordan Gala. You thought you got rid of me, but I'm back. This is my third year hosting the gala, and I'm happy to be here. I'm here with Dave and Trig. And first, gentlemen, introduce yourselves. I think people know you, but introduce yourselves anyway.
All right, I'll start. I am Dave Nash. I'm the Executive Director, CEO of the Barbara B. Jordan YMCA. We're here this evening and really excited to have a big group of people to watch us, and we want to thank our sponsors, which are IU Health Morgan and Morgan Insurance, for helping us to be able to have this event over the next 6 weeks.
And my name is Trent Hopkins. I'm the board chair for the YMCA and your chief volunteer officer. And thanks for coming back, Wade. We're excited, 3 years, and although it's a virtual environment, we're glad that you're still committed to the Barbara B. Jordan YMCA.
Yeah, well, I lost the suit, and obviously Dave did not get the memo to get rid of the tie, but we're going to keep moving anyway. Let's start out with this. What's different about this gala in comparison to others? Can you take a topic, and you take a topic, and we kind of work through it for our audience?
Absolutely. Well, one of the differences, of course, is that here we are on video instead of being with you live, and we're really looking forward to getting back together with you in person again in future years. Mm-hmm. But we're here to talk to you a little bit tonight about the need for an expansion of the Y. We have been doing a feasibility study over the past 6 weeks or so, and are really excited to announce that we have been recommended that we move forward with a capital campaign. It's really important that the Y gain accessibility for the entire community. And in order to do that, we can't have a facility any longer that simply has stairs that many people can't navigate to get up and down into the primary area where all of the activity takes place. So it's really important that we find a way, whether it be through expanding this facility or finding a new location to the Y, having an opportunity for us to be able to grow and to provide that accessibility to all in the community.
Let's hear from one of our members around the issue of accessibility. We want to introduce you to Shelley. Shelley, tell us your story.
I'm Michelle Souter. I'm known as Shelley, and I was born and raised in Martinsville. And I think the Y has been a great savior to me. I went through losing my parents and being a provider for health care, and I kind of lost track with taking care of myself. So I'm back on track, and I come to the Y every day for the aerobics, the water aerobics, and I come sometimes on the evenings as well. So the Y just, if I don't go to the Y for a couple days, I can really see that it affects me, because it really helps my legs and my movements, and it just makes me feel so much better to be here. I'd be lost without it. So anyway, the only thing I see sometimes, it's really hard to get in and out of here. I have a hard time on the steps anyway because I've got one knee that kind of acts up on me sometimes. So trying to get in the building and have your purse and your backpack or whatever, then that leaves nothing to do other than hold on to those, try to get down the stairs. Well, I've almost fell one day trying to do that. So and one of my friends that swims with me as well, she not only fell, but she broke her leg coming down the stairs. She's elderly, but nonetheless, it would be so great to be able to have like a one-level thing where everybody came in on one level, and you could walk to whatever you were trying to do. Like if you're going to go weight lift, then you can go that way, this way. But you'd be right there where you were inside a building where you weren't out in the snow and the ice and all that. You would just be walking straight in instead of trying to maneuver the parking lot. And the down parking lots, it's fine, and I use that. But sometimes I have to park in the grass, and then getting through the mud and into the building and waiting for somebody to let you in because they're in the, working with the water and trying to get the ropes out for the class. It takes a lot of time, and I just think it would be so great if they could have something that would be a little more easy to get in and out of the building. Well, I feel like I get along well with them. They're very entertaining. We have one lady in the class who's 92 years old, and she still drives. She's amazing, and I want to be like her when I'm 92. So, but they all have their own little personalities, but they're great to be around. And sometimes, if the instructor can't make it, I will teach the class. And so it's fun. I really enjoyed it. I love swimming as well. Sometimes I come just to swim, but I love the class, and it's low impact, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays it's high impact. And I feel lucky that I can still keep up with some of the 50 and 40-year-olds. So I'm 67, so it's just great. I know when they close the pool down to paint it and make some repairs and all, that was really a hard thing for me, but I managed to get to some friend's house and get into my sister's pool and swim there too. But it wasn't like being here where you could, use the weights, the water weights and all that. So it's just, it's a great class, and there are a lot of people that come. Surprisingly, one day we thought we were going to have to make somebody get out because the limit is 25 for a lifeguard unless they call another lifeguard down. So anyway, we had 24 that day, and the instructor said she would get out and stand on the thing and do the class from up there, the instructions from up there, but that didn't happen. So anyway, if I'm not here and I play hooky, I guess you'd say, and just decide I'm not going to come because I have other things to do, then I can definitely tell a difference. By the end of the day, I'm thinking, oh man, my leg's kind of hurting, So, I mean, the Y is a great place. I've been coming here since I was a young girl swimming, my teen years, and I brought my children here. It's a great place, and it serves the community well. So I think more people should utilize the Y.
That was a great story, and we really appreciate Shelley coming on and telling us a little bit about the challenges that she faces in getting in and out of the building itself. But it's really important just that she has that access to the Y. She loves our pool. She's here often, nearly every day. And having the opportunity to be here and to interact with others and to get that movement that she needs every day too is really important.
So a major part of the capital campaign is for the Shelleys of the world, and often those of us that are able-bodied may look over completely and not even think about the obstacles that they have to climb through. So I'm excited to hear that the Y is trying to make an avenue, a place for everybody in the community.
Absolutely. And if you even just think about the accessibility itself, if you think about, Y-ball, and when we have the gym filled up playing basketball, it is really difficult just to get across the gym to get to our fitness area. So we really need to take a look at how we get people around our building. And if we can do a better job of being able to be inviting and welcoming to all and being accessible to everyone in the community, we're going to be a much better place for everybody.
Now, on this topic of accessibility, I know there's some other strategic things that you guys have done to make the Y more accessible. Trey, can you talk a little bit about a change that is coming about at the Y?
Well, we're here and in this virtual environment now, of course, and that's exciting that we have the opportunity to still meet and perhaps be more accessible online to people in the gala format. But of course, we have some exciting programs like that through YMCA as well, with the Y360 and being able to be more accessible and in literally people's living homes, living rooms, and their workplaces, things like that, like never before. And it's really, we're thinking ahead and trying to plan for the future of what the YMCA is here in Morgan County and what that looks like, and it's leading to big changes. This gala being not just a one evening event. You know, we have more to talk about, more to celebrate, and more reason to tell our story now, I think, than we ever have before. And that story continues to grow and change, just like our facility here.
So I was trying to tee you up for a story around name change. Can you talk a little bit about how you're thinking about changing your name? Because to me, that's an accessibility issue. It's about inviting.
It is, and it's kind of where I was going, maybe teeing up Dave to talk about it, thinking with that fact that like what our future looks like, and as we change. You notice I mentioned Morgan County and not just Martinsville. We have some incredible programs that are running in the Mooresville area right now. At one place, you know, we're trying to serve the entire county and even those that come through our county on a daily basis or weekly basis. So that accessibility means people need to recognize who we are, where we are, and then of course what we do. And we think the Y has a great brand that tells people what we do. We share the Y story often, and we need to connect it here to Morgan County. So we do have an exciting change. And that change is that we are going to change our name here in Morgan County to be the YMCA of Morgan County, so that people know physically and geographically where we're located, and that we serve all parts there. So whether our programming is up in the Mooresville area, or right here at our facility in Martinsville, or reaching into our smaller communities on either side of the county as well, it's all part of the YMCA of Morgan County. So we look forward to that change occurring very soon. It's a new day here at the Y. We've completed upgrades over the past few years, and we continue to do some incredible things that kind of go beyond, I think, what people think of when they think of a building as old as ours. But we know that this isn't where our future lies. So we're looking ahead, and part of that's all in the name. We want people to know where it lies is here in Morgan County. So we're looking forward to that future, I know.
Outstanding. So we're going to do 6 of these videos. And Dave, can you talk a little bit about what people can anticipate as they receive each one?
We're going to drop a video each week over a 6-week period. So join us at 6 p.m. each Thursday over the coming weeks as we move forward for a new segment. So it'll be roughly 5 minutes, so it won't take too much of your time each week. But it'll be an opportunity for each of you to hear the stories of some of the different things that we're doing in the community. So we'll be talking about our child care and the different things that we do in the child care areas in the community. We're going to be talking about our sports, fitness, and aquatics programs and how we keep people moving in the community. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the extra things that we do in the community, like our Centers for Working Family that we have here in Promise, Indiana, that's something new to Morgan County. Programs that help build hope for the future of our families in Morgan County. We're going to talk about the dinner programs and how we've started doing after-school dinners in our after-school program, but then when the pandemic hit, how we expanded that with the help of Second Helpings to be able to have grab-and-go dinners here at the Y, and how we're continuing to expand that with community tables in communities around Morgan County. And then we'll talk toward, the final segment, we'll talk a little bit more about where we go from here, some of the collaborations that we're doing in the community, and some of the special things that we want to see with your help as we move forward beyond 2021.
So as people are listening to each of these 6, what I'll call vignettes, what is it that you want them to do as a result of having heard these stories about the work of the Y and the impact on the community?
Well, one of the interesting things, and one of the things that we want to do to encourage you to continue to watch every week, is we're going to have a scavenger hunt. And part of that scavenger hunt will be gathering information from each of these sessions. And at the end, we're going to have a drawing for something really special. So it's the opportunity for you to be able to win a prize. So please tune in each week and watch with us and learn about the Y and have a chance to win something special for you. And your home. But also, we want you to just learn about the Y, learn what we're doing, and to join in support of the Y.
All right. I think one of the neat stories that I heard recently is this Emily story about her involvement, not just from a staff point of view, but how her family is involved. And we'd like to introduce you to Emily and let her tell her story directly to you.
Hi, I'm Emily West, and I'm the membership director here at the Barbara B. Jordan YMCA. My story with the Y actually started back when I was a kid in our programs. In first grade, I started in the before and after school program, and then I went on to be in other programs like our swim lessons and overnighters and stuff like that. Fast forward a few years later, and my parents became volunteers, so that's when my time really started to evolve, and we spent more regular time here at the Y. A few years later, my dad was in youth ministry and was looking for an opportunity to serve the kids in our community in another way. So he got involved with Club Mid, which is our middle school after school program. So through all 3 years of middle school, I was here at the Y at least 3 days a week. And I really learned how to interact with other people, how to have service and give back to my community, as well as other life skills like goal setting and stuff like that. This summer, after my sophomore year in high school, I got to go on a mission trip with a team mostly comprised of friends from the Y. So we really got to give back to somebody else. We got to learn about fundraising and goal setting during that time, and it really shaped a whole different aspect of my life, and I realized all that the Y does outside of just a gym and swim lessons. I began volunteering when I was in high school, giving back to that Club Mid program as well as some other DARE programs. And I became an employee as soon as I was 16. I taught before and after school. I did summer camp. After I started college, I even came back because I loved the Y so much. I just couldn't stay away. But after a few years of being in school, I did stay there. I moved away and had a family and was gone for a few years. But I realized the work I was doing was the same stuff I was doing here at the Y. I loved serving my community. I loved loving on other people in our community. And I really looked for that opportunity to connect to others and see what we could do to make things better. So now that I'm back, I came back into membership. And I really love connecting with each other and just hearing everybody's story. I love to know how somebody has made a life change. I'd love to hear our seniors just come in and have that social aspect, that relationship they've built with the others in their class. With COVID, it was really hard for some of our seniors and some of our members that need the gym for socialization. So I was really glad for us to be able to reach out to them and keep that relationship going. And I'm really proud of the outreach that we're doing with the Y, the opportunities that we are offering to our community members through Y360. We're offering virtual platforms now. We are offering challenges to help reset their year when things have just been crazy. And we are trying to make each other our best self. So I'm really excited about the work that we're doing now at the Y. And I really am excited for my kids to now grow up at the Y. Now my kids are in before and after school in sports and swim lessons. I just imagine the opportunities that they're going to have to learn how to interact with somebody, to meet somebody where they're at, to teach everybody compassion, and to give back to our community. I think that our Y is going to go great places. I see them running around in another gym. I hope that one day we are able to just have the family run at the Y. They come to Child Watch when they grow up. I envision them playing in the gym while we're in fitness class. I envision them helping us with our dinner programs and giving back to our community. So in order for us to grow, I just see us really banding together as a community to reach out to the different portions that we need to, like our seniors, like the meal program, like expanding to Mooresville and our fitness classes at another location. I just see our Y growing in the right way if we just continue to love our community the way that we do.
So Emily did a great job with that story, and she loves the Y, as you can tell by seeing that. And we're so fortunate to have her as our membership director here at the Y. She's been in many roles at the Y, but she loves the Y, as you can tell. And we have so many people who are our employees that just love the Y and love the opportunity to interact with you and others in the community. So we hope you'll support us too.
Yeah, and I think that one of the things you'll learn over the next 6 weeks, the Y tends to talk about itself in terms of the activities, the programs, membership that it does, but it's really about building community. And you'll hear how people are coming together, much like Emily's story in terms of how her family is engaged at the Y. It's really about engaging in community. And then one of the powerful roles that the Y play is just being a gathering place for folks in this world. It seems to be segregated and dissected in all the different ways in which the world is dissected today. So thrilled to have this happen. I'm going to let Trey give you the closing word on our opening, and we will see you in future vignettes, videos going forward.
Well, thanks, Wade, and thanks, Dave, and thanks to all of you. We're happy to have you here at the YMCA of Morgan County.
Yay.